Okay. I think we're online. All right. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties here, guys. I want to talk to you guys about the shutdown. Uh, why I don't. It doesn't feel like it's a shutdown. Um, it really does feel like the government is half shut down, but they're trying to steal money. If you guys don't remember, when Obama was in the presidency, uh, he let the he boosted pay to the Pentagon, the military, right? He uh, and there was an instance when the Pentagon was doing some business with that money, and then they were doing Benghazi around that time. The Pentagon itself stole money. I forgot how much they stole, but within that meantime, Benghazi, that distraction, they were able to get away with millions, billions, and they didn't hold any official accountable for it. The thing about it is that if they do this, same thing like back in 9/11, another time the Pentagon stole money from the taxpayer, right? Because they wanted to fund for the war, they wanted to get more money together. And so as of right now, this is what I'm thinking. We're thinking Trump is like anti-democratic and all that. I think it's a lot of BS because before he was president, he himself was funding Democratic senators. He was funding Pelosi, Hillary. He was funding everybody, And of course, he was saving money because he was donating. The guy calls himself smart, but we already know the ways of we know the ways of evil, technically. So he can't say whether he did it or not. What we do know is that at one point them they were together like this. Uh, Now they're just separate like this. I still think they're like this. They're just putting up a show, sideshow Bob and everything, like them showing that they're an opposite sides, just so they can divide us, and then later on, like they can get with something like theft, or or we might get into war because of Trump. Depending on whatever. And I'm thinking it's Iran. I mean, we're together with Israel, and they don't like Iran. They don't, the thing about Israel and Iran, that's a different story. But I'm saying we need to keep watching, see what happens with this shutdown. People are furloughed. People are gonna miss their check this Friday. People are gonna start going crazy. I wouldn't blame if there's a riot. I'm just saying all this charade about the shutdown being a real shutdown. I think that's BS because it just takes a half the government to steal money because they can just push legislation through to either multiply their earnings. Like what did Trump block? He let's think about this through, right? He blocked the raises that they were trying to get. Who votes to raise their checks when there's other people not working, not being paid? Because if these guys are getting paid, they're all on equal shares. If these guys aren't getting paid anymore, then that means all this offset money can go over here, and they were trying to do that. I mean, think about it. Let's be realistic here. The government trying to get away with more stealing and theft, like that's not right. All I'm saying is that you guys need to open your eyes. This shutdown isn't about illegals coming through the wall, about safety. No, like we have guns. We can defend ourselves. We have our own houses. If somebody trespasses, then they can't come in. I mean, we'll defend ourselves. The thing about workers and stuff, all that stuff is gonna stop. In Texas, they employ illegals all the time. They're talking about their Republican this and that. Greg Abbott himself, married and legal, she became legal, this and that. I mean, can't blame the guy. He likes Latinas. Anyways, I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. You can just look it up. What I'm saying is that we need to keep vigilant, see what's gonna happen, and when they do steal money, you're gonna be like, oh, you heard it from this guy right here. Uh, but other than that, I mean, can't say I can't say much about what can happen in the future. I'm just saying something that has already happened in the past twice can happen the third time or maybe fourth time. Maybe I'm missing more. I don't know. Maybe this happened in the 1920s. All I'm saying is that most of these senators are rats. If they're able to get away with stuff like that, man, do you think they're not going to be able to manufacture a problem, figure out the solution, and then make us pay for it? I mean, think about it. I mean, like and subscribe. If you really think I'm onto something, but this is something that we need to figure out. We need to stay together, even if the government itself is split. Us as private citizens to stick together, because if the government tries to split us over and make us fight a civil war, no, that's not right. We're private citizens. America, the soil belongs to us, right? It doesn't belong to the government. Like, why the hell does the government have this privilege to taxes on where to live? The earth doesn't belong to the government. Think about it. It belongs to the humans, right? I mean, it says in the Bible, God put us here and the dominion over animals and everything like that, right? I mean, why are we paying the government rent? Think about it. It's not the pursuit of happiness for it. This ain't right. And just opening your minds up. Just, I mean, like and subscribe, guys.